Hello friends, how are you? I hope you are fine. Today once again I came before you with a new video. That video is related to Standard 8 lesson number 1 Sources of History. This is for English medium students, so I'll explain this lesson in English. For Hindi and Marathi medium I'll make new videos, so for that you can see them. So before starting this lesson, I wanted to tell you one thing that for so many students, history is a boring and hard subject. So I promise you, after seeing this video, you will say that history is easy subject. Why? Because this lesson I am going to explain so easy way. I hope you will enjoy this video. Now let's see the lesson. First we will see the title of the lesson, that is Sources of History. So before starting this lesson, first we must understand what is mean by sources, so you can get that lesson easily. Okay, now sources, what is the meaning of sources? Sources means from where we are getting the particular things. For the example, we say the sources of water are rivers, sea and wells. The same way the sun is the source of sunlight. Why we are saying that the source of water is river and the source of sunlight is sun? Because from the river we are getting the water. That's why it is the sources of water. Then from the sun we are getting the sunlight. That's why we are saying that sun is the source of sunlight. The same way, from the particular place, from the particular thing, we are getting history, and that is said the sources of history. Now students, see, I have given three pictures. In the first pictures, sun is the source of sunlight, river is the source of water, and the fort is the source of history. Understood how from the sun we are getting sunlight, from the river we are getting water, and from the fort we are getting the history which is related to the particular time. Indirectly, in this lesson we are going to see the particular things or sources from we are getting history. And in this lesson we are going to study the sources of modern Indian history. Historical sources include material, written and oral sources. Similarly, sources based on modern technology such as audio, video and audiovisual are included. So in this lesson we are going to see the sources which are related to the material, written and oral sources, and the modern technology sources such as audio, video and audiovisual. Let's see the first point of the lesson, that is material sources. Various objects, monuments, places, coins, sculptures, etc. can be included in the material sources of history. Now students, pay attention here first. What is the material sources? Material sources means from the materials which were present in that particular time, we are getting the story, we are getting the history, the events which were related to that particular material. For the example, monuments, places, coins, etc. Now see the example of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Terminal, Mumbai. Suppose if you went there, after going the Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Terminal station, you will see the building. After seeing the building, you will get how it is built, what types of construction it is, what types of designs and plan they have used that time. Now listen, this place or construction is related to the British government of that time, means indirectly from this place we can get the history which is related to the British government. Buildings and places. The periods of modern Indian history is believed as period of European, especially the British rulers and governments of princely states. In this period, various buildings, bridges, roads, water supply system, fountains, etc. were built. These buildings include government offices, residences of officers, leaders, and revolutionaries, places of rulers of princely states, forts, prisons, etc. Among these monuments, many buildings are intact even today. Some are declared as national monument, whereas some are converted into museum. For the example, Cellular Jail in Andaman means the buildings and places like government offices, residence of officers, leaders, and revolutionary places. Then the places like bridges, roads, etc. These are telling us about that particular time, telling us about the history of that time. So these are the sources of history. If we saw the example of cellular jail in Andaman, while visiting these sites, we get information about contemporary history, architecture, nature of the monument, and also the economical condition of that particular period. Just as during the visit to cellular jail in Andaman, we get information about the revolutionary work of V.D. Savarkar. The same way by visiting Mani Bhavan in Mumbai or Sevagram Ashram at Wardha, we get information about the history of Gandhian era, means the history which is related to Mahatma Gandhi. Museum, it is also the material sources for the study of history. Various objects, paintings, photographs, and such other things are preserved in museum. At the Aga Khan Palace in Pune, we can see the different object documents giving information about the life of Mahatma Gandhi. Means through this museum of Aga Khan Palace, we are getting the information about Mahatma Gandhi. That's why it is the material sources. The next point is statues and memorials. During the pre-independence and post-independence period, memorials of many personalities were erected in the form of statues. These statues are also important for the study of modern Indian history. The various statues provide information about the contemporary rulers and eminent personalities. The display plaque on the statue gives us information about the full name of the concerned person, birth and death detail, brief information about their contribution, and a biographical sketch of the person. Just as the statues of Mahatma Gandhi Just as the statues of Mahatma Jyotirao Phule, Lokmanya Tilak, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, there are memorials which are erected in the memory of various events which give information about the concerned event, period, people related to the event, etc. For the example, Hutatma Smarak at various places. Now look at the picture of Mahatma Jyotirao Phule. See, this is the statue of Mahatma Jyotirao Phule. As I told you that Mahatma Jyotirao Phule is a memorial personality, and now down the display block is also given. From this block we can get the what work he has done in his life. Now you can see in this block what is written. It is the information which is related to the Mahatma Jyotirao Phule. See what is written. In spite of the verdict of the jury, I maintain that I am innocent. There are higher powers that rule the destiny of men and nation, and it may be the will of providence that the cause which I, I represent may prosper more by my suffering than by my remaining free. Last words of Lokmanya Bal Gangadhar Tilak at this historical trial in 1908 in this courtroom. Means now this is the message. This is the last word given by the Lokmanya Tilak in 1908. Means from this statue we can get this all information related to the Lokmanya Tilak in his last days. See the second point of this lesson, that is written sources. Now we have seen the material sources. In that material sources we have seen some examples also. Now let's see the written sources. The following aspects are included in the written sources of modern Indian history. See, the written sources are given, and these are correspondence, foreign accounts, newspapers, biographies, periodicals, factory records, autobiographies, and books. Now, first try to understand what is the meaning of written sources. Written sources means whatever is in written form, and by reading that we are getting the information about the particular time, about the history. For the example, suppose books. If we got the books, now see, take the examples of Ramayana, Mahabharata, or the drama of Shakespeare. Suppose if we read that drama, if we read the story of that book, from that books we are getting the information of contemporary time. For the example, how was the society of that time, how was the people of that time, how they were living, what is their way of living, way of talking, way of thinking, and what was their daily routine. Means from the books only, from the in written form we are getting this all information. See, next, newspapers and periodicals. See, as I told you that the newspaper, it is a written sources. How? Just see, newspapers provide us information about the contemporary events. Along with it, detailed analysis of particular event, views of eminent people, editorials are also published. We get information about the political, social, economical, and cultural happenings of that period. In the pre-independence period, newspapers like Jnanoday, Jnan Prakash, Amrit Bazar Patrika, Dinabandhu, Keshri acted as important source of awakening the minds of the people. Through the newspapers, we can study the British policies regarding India and their effects on India. During the British period, newspapers were not only the source of political events but also acted as the source of social information. The Nibandhamala by Vishnu Shastri Chiplunkar and Shetapatre, written by Lokahitvadi alias Gopal Hari Deshmukh, in the weekly Prabhakar, comments on various social and cultural issues. Now look at this picture. We can see the various types of newspapers are there in the picture. For the example, Kesari, Young India, Harijan, National Herald, etc. See, these are not only the newspaper, but this is the one source of history, because we are getting the all information which is related to the history. We have seen that in newspaper we can see what is the political, economical condition, and in newspaper only we can get the social issues, the social events from that particular time. Here we know that in Kesari, Lokmanya Tilak has awakened the society about the independence India. Let us know some more information about Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar and newspaper. See, in January 1920, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar started the 14th Mukanayak, but later Dr. Ambedkar had to leave for higher studies to England, and hence he handed over this paper to his colleagues. In April 1927, Dr. Ambedkar started the new newspaper Bahishkrut Bharat. Through the medium of Bahishkrut Bharat, he wrote for the information of common people and bringing unity among them. Apart from this, he also started two more newspapers, namely Janta and Prabuddha Bharat. Means we can see through this newspaper that Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar has also shown us the picture of society, and he has also awakened the people through the newspaper. Next, maps and drawing. See how the maps and drawing are also the sources of history. Map is also regarded as an important source of history. The changing nature of a city or a particular location can be traced through maps. The Survey of India was an independent department established during the British period. Through scientific methods of survey, They have created maps of India, various provinces of India, cities, etc. Similarly, the plans designed by the architects prove important from the view of the architects of buildings as well as phases of development process of a particular area. For example, the Department of Mumbai Port Trust has the original plan of the Bombay Port. Information about development of Bombay city can be understood through the plans drafted by architects and engineers. Now see, it is a picture of India before independence, and now this is the picture. This is the map of India after independence. In the both maps, we can find there is the changing nature of India, means the changing nature of the location of the country. See, the third point of the lesson is oral sources. The following sources are included in the oral sources of modern Indian history. These are folk songs, povada, folk tales, narration, interviews, fairs, jalsa, art groups, rhythmic prose, that is OV, and inspirational songs. Now let first try to understand what is the oral sources. Oral sources mean mouth to mouth. When the information is going from one mouth to another, means from one person to another person, that is called the oral sources. For the example, in the ancient time, or in the ancient period, the people used to say povada, mean, and through that povada they was giving the information. They was telling the greatness of the particular people to the society. Same with the folk song, interviews, and etc. See, this is the inspirational song. This is inspirational song by Rabindranath Tagore. The inspirational song is also the one source of history. During the period of freedom movement, various inspirational songs were composed. At present, some of these songs are available in written form, but there are many other unpublished inspirational songs memorized by freedom fighters. Through these inspirational songs, we can get information about the condition during the pre-independence period, and also the spirit behind the freedom struggle could be understood. Now, in this poem, Rabindranath Tagore has said that where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where knowledge is free, where the word has not been broken up into fragments, means in this lesson he has given the message of independence India, the message of freedom. Povada is a source for getting information about a historical event or the work of a person. There are various povadas composed on freedom struggle of 1857, valor of revolutionaries during British rule, etc. These povadas were used to create motivation and spirit among the people. Apart from freedom movement, the povadas were composed based on the work of Satyashodak Samaj for awakening among the oppressed classes, the Samukta Maharashtra movement, and such other events. See, in povada, the people used to say a song and they used to tell the information about the work of a person or the historical event, etc. For example, I think we all know, we have listened the povada about Shivaji Maharaj. In that, from that povada, we can get the life story of Shivaji Maharaj and the contemporary society. This way, in povada, the people are telling us the work of the particular person and the condition of the society. That is sources based on modern technology. These are video, audio, and audio visual sources. During the modern period, due to the development of technology, there was a development in the art of photography, recording, films, etc. Obviously, these photographs, records, or films can be used as a source of history. The first one is photographs. Photographs are visual source of modern Indian history. With the discovery of art of photography, photographs of various persons, events, objects, structures, places were clicked. Through these photographs, we get information of the person or an event in a visual format. See, these are the photos of some women. This is the photos of Cheleja Andolan in 1942, Bharat Chodo. This is also the one moment of Bharat Chodo Andolan and August Kranti means the Quit India movement. So through this photo we can get the information about that events. In case of medieval period, there are paintings available that depict the physical features of a person or visual description of a particular event. But the authenticity of this painting is doubtful. Comparatively, photographs are considered to be more reliable. The photograph of a person gives information about the physical features, dressing style, etc. Photograph of an event give a visual image of the event, whereas photograph of an object or a structure helps in understanding its nature. See the next recordings. The discovery of technique of recording was also as important as photography. Recording is a form of audio source of history. During modern period, the species of leaders or important personalities, songs, etc. are available in the form of recordings. They can be used as a source of history. For example, national anthem Jana Gana Mana sung by Rabindranath Tagore himself or the speeches of Subhash Chandra Bose can be used as an audio source for the study of history of modern India.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल जमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तब जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे.
See, I have present here Jana Gana Mana by Rabindranath Tagore himself, and it is a source of history of modern India. Say, film is also the source of India. Film are considered as a unique discovery of modern technology. In the 20th century, there was a great development in the technique of filmmaking. You all know that Dada Saheb Phalke in the year 1930 laid the foundation of India film industry. So Dada Saheb Phalke in the year 1930 laid the foundation of Indian film industry. Audio-visual recording of Dandi Yatra, Salt Satyagraha, and the archaeological sources of this period are to a great extent found in a better state. There are many written sources preserved in the archive, but while referring the written sources, the ideology and opinions of the author regarding the particular event needs to be examined. There is a great need of preserving these historical sources through which the rich tradition of history can be handed over to the next generation. So now here this lesson is finished. I hope you have understood this lesson. If you are having any doubt, you can ask me in the comments. If you like my video, subscribe it, like it. Now bye, take care, stay home, stay safe.